Reports are suggesting that Victor Osimhen's agent is close to an agreement with PSG, but the catch is Victor Osimhen does not want to go to PSG. How and why does this happen, and why is it accepted in European football? I need an education. Let's get the discussion going here on Stoppage Time at Pints and Punditry. Welcome back to Stoppage Time here at Pints and Punditry, and today I want to talk about a topic that I just simply don't get. And I know it's accepted in European football. I understand what's happening. Maybe it's not that I don't get it so much as I just think it's absurd. And it's a foreign concept to me because it doesn't happen with American sports. So help fill me in. If you don't already subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me. Like the video. Don't be afraid to comment. I want to hear your thoughts on this. And of course, as always, follow us on Twitter at TotalFIFACM. So the reason I want to talk about this today is there's reports that have come out in the last couple days linking Victor Osimhen, who's having a fantastic season with Napoli, to PSG. Now, Osimhen has been linked with almost every big club in Europe. Napoli has said they don't want to part with him. He's only 24. He's having a fantastic season as they run away with Serie A. But of course, the big clubs are coming calling, as is the big time money. And so Napoli will have to balance, what the price is that they're willing to accept. So they don't want to part with him, but everybody's got their price. That's step one. Osimhen seems to like Napoli from reports, but is willing to go elsewhere. Particularly the Premier League and the big clubs in the Premier League are what appear to be his preference. So this report coming out that his agent, Roberto Calenda, has already been meeting with PSG and their sporting director and is close to terms really jumps out because he has openly said that would not be his preference. PSG is not his first choice. This is where I struggle to understand why this is accepted. I know agents run the show in European football, but it's a foreign concept to me that the agent is sort of strong-arming a client into going to a place he doesn't want to go, particularly when the transfer fees, correct me if I'm wrong here, but the transfer fees don't go to the player, they go to the selling club, and the agent gets a cut. The player makes their money on the salary. So why would a player accept being strong-armed into a place he doesn't want to go? Now, I would imagine PSG is going to offer the highest or close to the highest wages. So there is always the money argument that Osimhen will make more at PSG than just about anywhere else. And maybe that'll be enough to convince him. After all, the agent can't force him to do anything. But money speaks. But this is such a foreign concept. In American sports, the agents work for the player. And if the player says, I'm a free agent, which is also a somewhat foreign concept here, but says I'm a free agent and I only want to go to these 8 teams, start negotiating with them, he's not going to go to a 9th team and start negotiating with them. That just simply doesn't happen. At least not without his consent. So this whole concept of a player's agent negotiating on his behalf to send him to a club he doesn't even want to go to is really a strange concept, and it seems like it's backwards. It also seems troublesome because it's how you get players on clubs where they don't want to be, right? And it leads to locker room struggles and morale issues. And the best run clubs sort of take the philosophy of, if you don't want us, we don't want you. Manchester City is a great example. They have had a number of talented players over the years who I assume they would not like to part ways with, but the player has decided that they want to go. And they have generally said, okay, we will help you get a transfer and thank you for your service and we will see you later. Because they don't want you if you don't want them. Because the best clubs can go out and get a replacement, right? They've got the money and they're an attractive option, attractive destination. So if you don't want to be here, then we don't want you. And that's, you would think, the right way to do this, but PSG appears to be operating the other way. We want you, it doesn't matter if you want to be here or not. Now, I would imagine that Osimhen's agent is probably using PSG as leverage, right? So now he can go to the clubs that Osimhen actually wants to go to and say, well, we've got this 100 million euro transfer deal with PSG lined up. That's the one you got to beat. And if you can't beat it, he's going to go there. And if that's what he's doing, then fair game and probably pretty smart. But I wonder how much that leverage is really going to work if the other clubs, look back at him and say, yeah, but he doesn't want to go there. So yeah, go ahead, take that offer. We know he doesn't want it, right? So they could easily call his bluff. So I wonder how effective something like that would be. These are all fairly intelligent people, unless he's negotiating with Tottenham. So that sort of bluff is not necessarily going to work. So I struggle with this concept. I know it's prevalent in European football. I know this is far from the first example and will be far from the last, but it's the most recent one that I'm seeing, and it's just such a strange concept to me. I would love to hear your comments on why you think this happens, how we got here. Is it good? Is it bad? You tell me. Please comment below. Hit that subscribe button for me. Like this video. And of course, as always, follow us on Twitter at TotalFIFACM. Thanks, as always, for joining us here on Pints and Punditry. This is Total FIFA Career Mode.